What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Amelia Talks. Let's talk about it. Today, we will be talking about what happens after you get selected for Warrant and what you should expect after that list comes out and you see your name, okay? So if you guys are interested, then please make sure you stay tuned. Go ahead and give this video a like. Make sure you subscribe and leave any questions or comments in the description box below. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started with this video. All of us are striving to be the best that we can be. You know, if you are watching this video, then that means you are definitely trying to make the Army a career. You have goals that you would like to achieve, and one of them is actually putting the warrant packet and getting selected. So this video is more so in regards to you already making the list, looking at that list. I know you done already screenshotted your name. I know you done already posted it on social media. I know you done called your immediate family and friends and have told them that you've made the list. So now what happens? Okay, what do you do? Do somebody contact you? Do you contact somebody? Like, what happens after that? Okay, because I'm too excited and I just need to know. Okay, so I know I said I was going to talk to you about what happens next, but I'm going to tell you what happens based off my situation, right? So I thought that, you know, that the list would come out first and then we would get an email, right? But what happened with my situation is I actually got an email and the list came out the next day. So like, let's just say I got an email on Monday and then the list with my name on it came out on Tuesday. I feel like that was like a little backwards, but you know, maybe they have a new system and a new way of doing things. And I mean, it still technically is COVID. So maybe they have people sending out emails. Maybe they have a certain person, you know, uploading the list with the names. I don't know. I mean, I just thought based off what I was told from previous boards and previous people that I know that have been selected, that the list would come out with their name on it and then they would get an email. Okay, again, I got the email first saying, congratulations, Sergeant First Class Fullwood, you have been selected for Warrant Officer Candidate School, blah 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 blah. You know, the list, I mean not the list, but the email was extremely long. I felt like they took a lot of passion into what they were saying based off of me being selected, and I'm pretty sure all the other candidates that were selected got the same exact email, like the verbiage was the same and everything. So after you get your email, then you would, you know, then the list would come out next. Again, I don't know if it usually happens that way. I'm just telling y'all that it happened to me that way. I got my email saying congratulations, and the very next day the list came out, and then of course my name was on it. Okay, so after I got the email saying congratulations, I would say on a Monday, right? Got the email. Tuesday, the list came out. Wednesday, I got another email talking about how to prepare for this. Make sure you get ready for that. Make sure all of your waivers are good to go. If you have tattoos that you did not put in your actual warrant packet, then make sure you let us know about your tattoos. You're going to need a waiver for this. Make sure you have all the documentation that you need for when you get ready to come to wocs. And then another email came out from like the schools, right? So they basically telling you, okay, these are the dates that we have available. This is the date that you would go. But if you would like to request an earlier date, you know, we can put you in for an earlier date, but it's not a guarantee. So like, for example, the list came out and I made it in October, and I'm like, well, okay, based off this email, I'm thinking I was going to go to wocs in November, maybe December. I got that email that said I wasn't going to wocs until June. And I'm just looking like November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, 8 months from now, I got to stay in the unit that I am in and not get, you know, pinned W1 for 8 months. Like, my time and grade, like based off my rank for W1, won't even start until I go to wocs. Like, and I got to sit here for 8 months, basically wasting time that I could have already been a W1, because it's an automatic from W1 to CW2. I'm just looking like I'm 8 months gonna be done past. I might as well get ready for the EA board, you know? So I was just like, okay, man, that's a long time. On top of that, right, even though I got the email that said June, I got another email that said that, okay, we did have you slotted for June, but due to COVID, due to this, due to that, you know, we gonna have to push your date back to September. At that point, I was just like, falling on the floor when I read the email. I done had already told my OIC, like, look, sir, I'm gonna be taking leave, you know, in March. I'm taking leave in April for spring break with my kids. I'm taking leave in May for my birthday. I'm taking leave in June before wocs. Like, I'm just not gonna be here. I mean, you can count me as a known loss. Like, I'll still show up and do my job because that's my personality. But just know that every month I'm gonna be taking leave because I'm going to school in June. Sadly, did I know when I got that second email talking about you will not come in September, I was just like, you cannot be serious. Like, I can't go to school until like almost a whole year. Like, what is going on with the Army and life and COVID? Like, this is just messing up. Like, COVID is messing up everything, right? And I mean, but I understand that it's life and we don't have no control over what's going on with life. But I was like, man, I'm really going to be stuck in my unit still. You know, I could be a warrant officer like this whole time. Now I got to wait 9-10 months. So yeah, y'all, I'm trying not to complain. I'm trying to be positive, but I'm just trying to give y'all the tea so y'all can know what to expect, especially because of this COVID, right? So if you go watch my other videos on how you need to get your 110, how you need to study, you need to come to Fort Bragg, you need to go ahead and put in your warrant packet, you know, make sure your documents, your NCOER and stuff is good. Then once you get selected, you're going to receive an email. Then then the list going to be uploaded the very next day. And then after the list, you're going to get an email again, like 2 days later, talking about on this date, you're going to come to wocs. On this date, you're going to be followed by wobc. And then, like, for me, for example, being that they pushed my date back to September when I go to wocs is 6 to 7 weeks, right? So if I'm going to that in September and then I graduate on time, then I will not be followed by wobc until like the end of October. So I'm going to end up coming back to my unit and having like a few weeks in between before I go to wobc, and then I'll go to wobc from October to December. Okay, so wobc is like an 8-week course where you go learn basically how to be whatever you put in for when you submitted your warrant packet. I was selected to be a 920 Alpha, which is a property book technician. I pretty much know how to do PBO transactions and functions already. I'm the Brigade S4. I work in the same office as the PBO. Like, we don't share an office, but we all work together. I'm in the SASMO, ammo, Brigade S4, the soldiers, the clerks, all work in the same office, so we have to help each other out. So for the most part, I already know a lot of the PBO transactions, and I used to be a PBO NCO, and I have a lot of experience in that field already. But when I go to wobc, you know, I'll be there for 8 weeks, and you basically just wait. You know, after you get your congratulations email, after the list comes out, like 2 days later, they'll tell you the date that you are going to go to wocs and when you will go to wobc. So after you get selected, like, everything is moving fast. Okay, like, the email's gonna be coming. You're gonna end up getting, like, I would say maybe 4 to 5 emails back to back. And even though you're excited about being selected, once you get all the emails and you start reading all the information, you're like, man, like, this is a lot. Like, I understand I want to be a warrant. I understand, you know, like, I'm happy and I'm excited about, you know, going to wocs and wobc. But this is a lot of information and a lot of, you know, stuff that I have to read through. So I wouldn't so much say complain about all the emails that you will be receiving, because you're going to want to know all of the information that is getting sent to you, you know. So just take the time to read through them, and then just know that after you receive those emails, that's pretty much it. You're just basically waiting. They might email you back and say, okay, we can send you to wocs on this date. Somebody might contact you about the different duty stations. You might need to hit them up about stabilization. You might need to hit them up about, you know, whatever you might need to hit them up about. They respond very, you know, quickly to emails. And if they do email you after they send you an email about your wocs date, they're going to address you as warrant officer candidate Fullwood. They won't even say your rank no more. So, like, I'm a Sergeant First Class. They won't even say Sergeant First Class Fullwood in the email. They'll say warrant officer candidate Fullwood. So just be prepared that when they send you emails, if they call you warrant officer candidate Fullwood or by your last name or whatever, just know that that's to be expected, because you are an actual warrant officer candidate getting ready to go to school because you got selected. Okay, and I know it sucks because you're just like, man, like, based off how long you've been in, let's just say you've been in for 10 years and you want to go ahead and go to wocs and get it knocked out, before you hit 11 years, you just gonna have to wait. Like a whole 9 to 12 months gonna be passed by before you even go to wocs or go to wobc. And I mean, it's just sad. I really don't want to touch on it too much because I'm getting depressed thinking about how long I have to wait before I can go to wocs. But once I go, I will try to give you guys as much information as possible. And if there are questions that you might have based off of getting selected, like what happens, I just basically told you what happens based off my scenario, and it is due to COVID, okay? Hopefully, once everything goes back to normal, the school dates won't be as long. Then you also have to consider the fact that maybe some instructors have COVID. Maybe some of the instructors have kids and their kids are out of school or have COVID. So I feel like that's a lot of what is going on with everyone's dates being so pushed back or whatever the case may be. I would just say continue doing your job. Don't give up hope. Don't do anything to jeopardize you going to school. Try to stay physically fit as much as possible by going to PT, working out on your own, and just start training for whatever MOS that you actually put in for. Like maybe you can shadow another warrant. Maybe you can do what you need to do to get prepared to go to wocs, okay? But for the most part, that's pretty much it. I got the email saying congratulations. The list came out the next day, and then I got several emails after that, like on the third or fourth day, telling me what to expect, who I need to contact, how I need to report, and then what's the packing list, all of that. And that's pretty much it. I am basically waiting. I am being patient. I am going to do everything to stay motivated and positive until I become a warrant officer, because it was one of my goals and I worked really hard. And if you don't have a 110 GT score, please go check out my other videos. And a lot of people have been hitting me up like, oh, so I can only come to Fort Bragg to get a 110. No, you don't have to come to Fort Bragg. I am telling you that it will benefit you if you come to Fort Bragg. I'm not telling you like, oh, you better come. What I am saying is, if you come to Fort Bragg, you'll have a higher chance of getting over a 110 because of the instructors and the material. Okay, I know it's different for every post. So if you know you need to get a 110 and you have leave days or whatever, just come to Fort Bragg and you will not be disappointed. You're going to be mad at yourself if you go to another installation and you try to take the test and you walk out of there with a 99, or you walk out of there with like a 109 or a 105. Please don't get mad at me based off me telling you to come to Fort Bragg. I am human. I know what worked for me and all other 80 students that went through the class and all the other classes after that. Even after I uploaded my BSEP video on how, to get a 110, everybody within that class have been getting over a 110. Like my battle just got a 137. We're here at Fort Bragg. So listen, it is what it is. If you want to be mad at